What I was talking about at the Forest Growers Conference was a new technology development that's specifically aimed for small forest owners and woodlot contractors, and it's called the Doherty Quick Coupler. And what that's designed to do is to enable a machine operator to rapidly switch from a processing head to a loading grapple without having to leave the cab of his machine. And the whole idea of that is that it not only is faster, so he can do it in 10 seconds and instead of having to take tools out and switch attachments, but it also means that in certain situations they can just have one base machine and switch between attachments instead of having a separate base machine with a processor head and another base machine with a loading grapple. The idea came around from, there was a group of contractors went overseas and saw a similar type of concept in Sweden and came back to New Zealand and thought, well, this would be a great idea if we could develop something like this in New Zealand. So that's the background to the project. After we came back from that trip overseas, thought, well, we better do an investigation into the economics of this idea and see what the benefits were. And it turned out that in lower production operations, where maybe the production's been constrained by the difficulty of access or small sized blocks of forest that are being harvested, that it would be really suitable for those lower production operations. And by using the quick coupler and only one base machine, you can drop out a second base machine and an operator, so that reduces the cost by about $3 a tonne of harvesting production. So it's a real cost saving, and it, like I say, it increases productivity and is really suitable for small forest contractors and small forest owners. Well, as you probably know, that there's a lot of harvesting increasing across the country, and a lot of that increase is happening in small forests, and that's as a result of the planting that was done back in the early to mid 1990s, and all those forests are now coming ready for harvest. So the annual cut of New Zealand plantation forests is going to increase about another 20 to 30% from where it is now, and that all that increase will happen in small forests. So there's a big concern that the economics of harvesting are quite marginal for some of those small forests, because some of them are on steep terrain, some of them are a long way from the port or from the sawmill customer, and that means that costs are going to be high. So anything that we can do to reduce the harvesting cost is going to improve the profitability for those small forest owners, which means that those small forest owners will make a profit from their harvesting.